Hey Bridget, it's Sebastian with Ignite Your Craft. Wanted to spend a moment going over your Shopify store with you. Thanks for volunteering for this. This allows me to get some experience under my belt on this new screen share software. And I really enjoyed checking out Shopify stores prior to me and Chad selling candles and running these stores, which I'm at right now. So in case someone comes in, I'll pause this. Prior to this life, I was running e-commerce and operations for a true crime podcast network. So very rehearsed in these Shopify stores. So if you ever have any questions, reach out. And after you go through some of my critiques and feedback, if you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. So thanks. Let's dive in here. So first off, House of Soil and Soul. Fantastic name. Love your brand. It's memorable. Your customers will enjoy it. So fantastic job there. Probably better than just naming it, say, Bridget's Candles. This will definitely be memorable for people and marketable. So let's start at the top here and just work our way down, and then we'll go into the product pages and throughout the rest of your store. So we have the banner up top. It's great that you are utilizing this. I would just do one slide. This second slide that says welcome to your store, I don't think is needed. You have a nice welcome here. And then you're also offering free shipping over $79. You're letting us know that no code is required. So that's fantastic. So just leave that how it is, but I would get rid of the second page. It just having these arrows on both sides of it makes me want to go and see what that is. And so that's detracting from what I should be doing, which is shopping your page. So moving down here, this is great. It's centered, which looks well. The menu bar. So home is a menu option that we don't really need anymore. We want to keep this as small and simple as possible on a menu. It's fantastic that you have all your product collections underneath here instead of some site you've gone to, I'm sure, and I have as well, where it's from left to right. It's just full of stuff. So it's fantastic that you have collapsed those all under products here, but I would just go ahead and get rid of this because it's pretty common knowledge these days that when you click, so for instance, you're on this page here, it's pretty common knowledge to just click on the logo or the brand name, and it takes you right back to the same function as home. So you can, and a lot of people just use the back button as well. So you could get rid of the home if you would like there. Here in the hero image is crucial. Anything, so when you go to a website, anything that you see without having to do any scrolling whatsoever is called above the fold. And above the fold, anyone should be able to understand and know exactly the message you're trying to convey, what you're selling. So I would switch out this hero image. It looks like a spa towel and some lavender and other botanicals here. Swap it out with some of your products. I see that you have lots of products. So make this a product image, or even do patchwork of several products if you want to. But showcasing your products rather than just a stock image would be great. Here, this text box within your hero image talks about your products and what you're selling. I would make sure to focus more on the product. So I would move this down or to the left or to the right. And then also have a button here. You want every section throughout your store, you want people to be able to go somewhere. So you got to tell them where to go and tell them what to do. So I'd put I would put a button here. Ours links to like a best, our top sellers. And you definitely know how to make collections because you've done it here. So I would make a collection of your top sellers or things that you always have in stock, which is always good. What customers really like. And you can just throw a button here and say, shop now type of deal. It could also go to an all products. You can create a collection that is just all of your products. And it doesn't have to be listed here whatsoever, but it could be here where they would click on it if they wanted to go to it. But that might be overwhelming. I would probably just stick to sending them to wherever you prefer, but send them somewhere. Don't just leave this blank. And again, just focus on showcasing your products. As we scroll down, it's fine to have a title here. I would play with some of this font spacing, which you should be able to do within the back end of your theme. Looks like we are featuring candles first. You're doing these square images. These are probably 1080s by 1080s. Same as like an Instagram photo. I would, if you're going to keep the squares, it's pretty common that you use the squares on Shopify stores and other websites. You'll need to get new images that show the entire product within the four walls of the space. So, it's what you can do if that's going to be so much of a hassle right now. You can, if you use Canva, you can actually drop your images into Canva and use their like magic resize function that can turn these into squares for you. So basically what it'll do is it'll take the extra that's on the sides of it'll magically redo it. It's AI technology. That's something that I would do. But I also would look at, and I don't want to dive too much into images quite yet, but I would look at using images with no background. And Canva does that for free. If you have Canva Pro, you can just drop in an image and then do the remove background, and it can just do all your images really quickly. So I would check that out. Here you have that button kind of that I was thinking needs to be up here as well. And that's fantastic. So that's great. You have something there. As we scroll down, this is another kind of block that it has information, but I would try to send them somewhere, shop our, our apothecary, or check out our candles, or check out our tea. I know you have a lot of different products. So just something to where they could click if they would like to. Let's see here. Scrolling down, you have your subscribe to our emails. This is fantastic. You definitely want to be collecting emails. With that said, one of the biggest ways we miss out is by not getting people's emails, and 95% of people are not going to put their email address in here. What you should do is have a pop-up, and have a pop-up to where when someone's on your website for 2 or 3 seconds, you have a pop-up here that says, hey, give me your email address. I'm going to give you 10% off. I'm going to give you 20% off. I know we don't like discounting our products, but you want that email address because that lifetime value of that customer can be so much higher than just their initial purchase. So by giving them a discount up front, you have their email address. And then if they decide they don't want to buy today, you are following up with abandoned cart emails. And then you can follow up with just your typical marketing emails that you'll want to be sending out. So there's a couple different ways of setting up your pop-ups, but I have one that always pops up. Let me just show you my site here. Let's see if this is going to work. Let's see here. Perfect. So we're looking at my shop here. We're just on it. I'm trying to see if it's going to pop up. Yeah, there we go. I came in incognito mode because if I would have came in on my own, on my typical browser, it may not have popped up since I've shopped in my store and I'm on my website a lot. So this is what I've got here. So I've got this that pops up here, and it kind of asks them, please give me your email address. I'm going to give you 20% in exchange, and they can then have to close out if they don't want to. Another option is, let's see here. I see I do have it down here, but I am enticing them with a discount as well. So let's go back to. All right, so back on your site here. So at the bottom here, you have the title of quick links here. Let's put the actual links in there. And so typically for this, you're going to want to have your terms and conditions. You're going to want to have shipping policy, frequently asked questions, return policy. Let's see, contact information. All of that down here. It's to build trust with your customer so that they know that you're legit. They know that you're real. They want to be able to click around and see that. And so with that said, I would actually also, since your page isn't overwhelming, you don't have too much stuff on it, I would also put your About Us section, which you have your page up here, which is fantastic. But put that block down here as well, so that they can kind of read about you without having to click anywhere. Just while they're scrolling, they'll see this information that you have here. So let's go to your About Us section here. So this is great. I would go into the back end and just hit return right here, so that this goes down a page. That'll be a super simple fix because that'll move your image over here right to the middle. It's great that you have your information here. It's great you have another option for them to do this. I would, though, on your About Us page, again, you want to feature some products somewhere. So under here, I would add in a featured collection, which can be candles, it can be any of your products, but just something that so that on every page you can actually sell, promote something here. You have a blog here, which is fantastic. This is what we are terrible at doing, but it's great for SEO. The images that you got, they're great. This one's products. These other ones are fantastic too. And then I clicked in because I was like, oh, I wonder if she actually does anything with it, or is it just kind of there? But you do. And then you have a lot of stuff here. So it's fantastic. It'll be great. So make sure that you're sharing these blog things so people are actually clicking on it and coming here. So that'll be something crucial to do on social media. And so make sure you're sharing this. You probably are. So I didn't check out any of the social medias, and I couldn't find any social medias because none of them are listed here. So make sure, let's go back to the homepage where we were. Make sure that you add some social media icons here, so that we can go and find you and have that proof that, oh, this is a real company, like, and they are out there because they're posting things. And so, because people get, if you get discovered, if your website gets discovered by a stranger from searching online, they're going to want to know some things before they buy from you. And so there's a few things we can do to build trust. These things here, the payment accepted icons are not needed. So typically this is a kind of a sign of a newer built store, because if you go and look at any stores that are out there, big brands or whatnot, generally they're not going to have any of this. It's all pretty common that any website accepts most of these now. So it's just taking up real estate. So I get rid of these. I would also get rid of this follow on shop thing. It's fine to have it on your product pages, but it's just kind of taking up your real estate here. I would get all your links down here, and I would add in some social proof. So if you don't have testimonials if you have testimonials from customers, definitely put that out here. So add a block just like this one here of a testimonial from a customer, and you can put a picture of what they bought, or if they'll allow you to use their image, or have someone take images with your products. Some social proof is always key. People want to see that other people are actually buying and using your products. So if you can do that, that'll be fantastic. Let's see here. What else do we want to go through? Okay, we cover the links at the bottom that are needed. Either we want to get testimonials. Images. So let's go to your product pages. So let's go and pretend like we're going to be buying one of these candles that you have here. So here we go. So obvious, so these, you have them on like the slideshow with two images. These are not the same dimensions as on the main homepage where they are squares. So I would, for consistency reason, I would, if you're going to do squares on the front page, make this a square too, so that they're consistent. It's fine for you to have this. We've done this before as well, that where you have like the cent notes. So this is some kind of, what is it, Tonka beans probably here that you have. That's fine. I would add another image though, at least one more image of your product in its habitat, I'll say. So like, have a candle, it doesn't have to be burning, but have a candle in the kitchen, in the living room, in the bedroom, in the bathroom, where people can identify with it, and they can take themselves to that place. It's very cold when we just have a product image and they can't picture kind of how they would see themselves using that product. So that's something that I would recommend doing, is taking photos in other places besides just with the plain background. And you can also, again, you can use Canva and get rid of all this background, where you have nice, consistent, bright white background images that might be more kind of cohesive there. What else do we have here? This stuff's fine. Oh, another trust issue that studies have shown is that having this like USD on here, if you're shipping international, or you have a lot of international customers, putting the USD here makes sense. If you're only selling in the US, or that's where the majority of your traffic comes from, I would get rid of this. Typically, this is something that is put on websites where places are shipping international, or from businesses that are international, that they're not US based. So it could be in the UK, it could be in Asia, it can be in South America, it can be in Africa. It doesn't matter. Generally, they will put something like this here so that people can understand the conversion. But if you are US based and only selling in the US, then I would just get rid of this. Again, it's just a trust factor and something that most retailers wouldn't have. Having this buy on Shop Pay now is totally fine here. I would just get that advertising off the front page. I don't think it necessarily is going to drive any more traffic there. Let's go here and see your checkout page. So if we were to purchase this, okay, this is all fine. This is all fine. Okay, this looks good. Let me go back. Let me make sure this is, yep, that's clickable. So that's good. What else? Let's see here. Let me go in here to another product. So I was looking here. Again, this is where we can have cohesive photos, would be fantastic. So just take some new photos where the whole product is in the image. So let me just go into one of these. This is something I was interested in, but I don't know what it was. So make sure we have full product descriptions on here. I don't know how I would use this product. Let's see. Let's see if one of these tells me what it is. It tells me here pain relief, anti-inflammatory, fever reducer, so some kind of medicinal use, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. I know the ingredient, so I would fill this out. You have done it on your candles, so you know how to do it and you know what to do. This is all fantastic. All this, I want to know what kind of candle it is, what kind of wax you're using, and things of that nature that people care about. So this is all great. So just do the same thing on your other product pages. What else? Is there anything? The only other thing I was going to say, and this is minimal, and this is something to do down the road when you do go to buy something and add it into the cart. When you go to your cart, you can have the availability on your checkout page for add-ons and upsells, and to add on, say, a wick trimmer, add on a lighter, or just another product that you really like within your own collection. So putting add-ons in here would be good. There's a lot of free apps within the Shopify store that are fantastic that you don't have to pay for. So that would be one that an upsell app could be beneficial to you, especially with there should be an app out there. I'll send you a message with it where when you go to checkout, and if you haven't received that threshold for free shipping, that it says, oh, you're only $12 away from free shipping. It lets them know, and that kind of triggers them internally to, oh, maybe I should go add something else to my cart. So using free apps like that are fantastic. So that is it for this today. Thank you so much again for allowing me to go through your site. If you have any questions, message me in the group. Message me. You can just send me a DM, but then comment that you sent me a DM so that I don't get notifications of those. So just let me know. But thanks again for letting me do a review. And if you have any questions at all, let me know. Thanks.